So I have a new obsession, which is the Traveler's Notebook, and it's a recent obsession, and yet I have four. Alright, so I have shown you inside some of my inserts, but I haven't shown you the personal journal. I've decided to go with this one. I have one that I had used fabric on the cover, but I'm gonna go with this one. And the reason I'm showing you guys this before I writing it is that my personal journal is gonna have too many personal entries. Some won't be that personal, but some will, and I don't want to have to go through deciding where am I going to put some sticky tape and post-its to cover it. And so I'm just going to show you what it would look like, what it looks like without the writing, because I went through and I put down scraps. I wanted it to have a vintage feel, and I used some stamps and some vellum to cover it. I kept some pages as an blank so that I can do the writing there, as well as places where I've indicated, like here. I put down some watercolor paper because I could do a watercolor piece there, so I'm very excited about this because I have not been journaling like this. I have done plans. You've seen me do writing my writing log, but I have not done anything like personal to talk about feelings and whatever. Here I saw a YouTuber, I believe her name is Lola Lane, putting down her washi tape samples, and I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to see how many I have, because I know I have a drawer of them, but it's a good way to remember the ones that you have, because I don't use them all the time. So when I started to put them down, I realized I really do have a lot of washi tape and I don't use them enough. I use some of them a lot more than others. Like I made this more of the vintage ones, so I would remember which ones I can go for vintage stuff and florally, the kind of fabric type of look. And then these are a lot more colorful, and I know I've used most of these before. It's just that it's a good way to keep record. So this, I was like surprised at myself at how many, and this doesn't even include the Christmas ones, so that should tell you. And so that's basically how far I got with it, so I won't be doing a flip through when it's done for this, because it would just have my writing in it. But so far you guys have an idea of how I will be journaling in this way. And you guys saw this one already, which is the gratitude journal. As I finally got a Midori cover, I only purchased the cover on eBay, and I wasn't sure. I'm like, is it gonna be authentic? It seems to be, because there we have the embossed or the imprint of Traveler's Company's logo. So I'm hoping that it is, because I didn't buy the whole system, I just bought the cover. And you guys have seen this. I've added a few things since then, like when I got my spiral envelope. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, so I purchased these on eBay. I saw it in Job's Journal video, and what I like about this is that it doesn't just hold the little scraps and stuff. You can see what's in there at a moment's notice, so you won't have to try to remember where you put and look through all of them, which is what I had to do with the other one. you know, it wasn't a hardship to look through all of them, but this is good where you can see right away, oh, this is the one that will have words, and this is the one that will have floral die cuts, you know what I mean? So I like this. It's a B6 spiral ring notebook envelope. So because the strange thing was that the owner, he sent a picture of himself standing beside some Pokemon characters, as well as this is the labeling and the shipping information and stuff, and a thank you. So I said, you know, I'm gonna put this in my writing journal. And it even continued over here. This is part of the label. Yeah. Now this was actual fabric that I had. Now the funny thing was that this picture, I didn't even know I had this picture with a similar setup, and it even looks like similar material. So you would think that this is actually this, but it's not. And I had to scan it and print it because the glue that I had used for the fabric, it was too overpowering and it kept bothering me. So I took it out and scanned it. So that's why my entries are not in order. You can see there we have the 17th and then 15th, 16th. So, but that's fine. I just really wanted it to be in here so that I could remember. And I had this stamp, you know, because I have these stamped, these inks. What I like about this is that you can, because I have a bunch of wooden stamps, and now what I can do is actually put the colors to differentiate, not just one black stamp, which is what I've always done. And so I did that with this, but I did just use one color and put this down. So I mean, you'll see me using these in some plan with me's coming up soon. Yeah, so, and this is the planner. You guys saw me do a plan with me for this page and for the calendar, and for the 12th I did like a on-camera demonstration of how I did that. 13th. So some days I did not take a picture, and need this little pocket. I think I do have a video coming of how I did this page. It's just a lot of footage to go through, so it depends on when I post this. Maybe you would have seen it already, or maybe it will be something that I show you afterwards. Yeah, so I'm really liking this size. I'm surprised because I had, as I said, tried the size before at the start of the year. I didn't like it, but now I love it because now I have my leather covers and everything. And this one you've seen before. I had just put this little tag on there that says Artful, and this reminds me that what's in here is my art journal. I also added a journal that I made. So I made this, laminated the cover and sewed in some thicker drawing paper so I can do line drawings. So I keep it in here because, as I said, it's for my art, like strictly art stuff. And I thought this was great in my stash. You see, I have this stuff in here and I didn't even know. That's why I'm so glad that I've been using up a lot of stuff that I have not been doing in the past. Alright, this one I got from Target, and I was inspired to do it because I saw something on YouTube. I don't remember the name of the YouTuber. I'm really bad at that. I just need to remember the names of YouTubers. But I saw her talking about this as an alternative to this kind of the midori and stuff, and I'm like, well, I like it, and if it's reasonably priced, then I'm going to get it and add my own stuff in there as well. But this is more a setup for next year, because I'm going to attempt to do, in addition to my daily planning and having the page and where I normally do it, I also want to put highlights of the week so that I can look over my week and try to make that artsy as well, because I've been watching people use it that way, and I'm like, I could never be satisfied with this much space per day. I need a whole page or even a spread across, as you've seen. But if I use it as sort of highlights and most significant things, I can look at my week at a glance and be like, oh, it was a particularly hectic week, or wonderful week, or disastrous week, which I hope I don't have a lot of those, but you know, it does happen. And here's another one of those that I made a little bit bigger for this size, where I painted on a sheet, laminated it, and sewed in these thicker paper. This I also made, and I put tea-dyed paper in it, as well as some art sheets. I started to do a tutorial about this, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that after all. It's just too much footage for me to go through. Yeah. So we'll see how we work this out. I did order something from Yellow Paper House on Etsy, and those are some refills. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I've been like really excited about this, and I am really happy because I was waiting for some kind of change. I wanted to do things differently, and I didn't want to wait until next year. So I'm happy that I found the answer in these travel journals. And I'm so happy that, you know, yeah, it's refillable. You can swap them out. And what I think I will do is I'll bind those that are done. I'll bind them in a sort of a junk journal format and see, so that I can, you know, shelve those and put them as volumes, and put like the newest version in here, or the current one that I'm using in here. Okay guys, I guess you can hear how tired I am in my voice, so I'm gonna go. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Walk good.